Hello, welcome to my channel. This is going to be my first video. I figured I would bring my passion of liking to work on small engines to everybody on the internet. I got this lawnmower from a friend of mine that got fed up of trying to struggle with starting this. It is a Mower 3.5 horsepower classic with a Briggs & Stratton engine. Looks a little rough. He says it doesn't start. It looks like we're gonna have to see if we can MacGyver something to fix this handle. And I did try to start it, wouldn't start earlier. So let's begin. So I think first things first, we're gonna check and start to see if there's oil. All right, so first off, I see that there's missing the boot. And I guess here, what do we got here? Yeah, so let's start by snipping these off. So it appears he tried to fix it with some wire ties. So that didn't do it. That's not really holding the handle on. So we'll throw those out. And it appears that he tried to use some hose clamps. I'll just snip these off. Maybe we just get some nuts and bolts instead of hose clamps. Let's get these hose clamps off. So the goal is, for this lawnmower, is to resurrect it and recover it back to life. We'll try to do the best we can without spending too much money on parts. There, it almost got this hose clamp off. Probably better to get I think things would go faster if I get my Aerobe drill driver. That would definitely make things go by a whole lot faster. Looks like an 8mm. There we go. One off. two off. I went a whole lot faster. All right, let's see what we got going here. Oh, I didn't take that wire tie off. All right, so that got off. Now let's see. Why is this not? Okay. It just needed to be tightened. There we go. Alright, that fixes one problem. Alright, so let's start with seeing if there's any fuel in there. Let's get my flashlight. Alright, do a little bit of vacuuming. So, let's bring you guys in a little closer here. You can see it's pretty dirty in there. It's pretty dirty and looks kind of neglected, to be honest with you. Alright. Alright, let's see if there's any fuel in here. We don't got too much fuel. Looks like there's a little bit of debris in there, but otherwise it's looking good. Everything's looking good. The cable, the pull cord looks to be in okay condition. There is compression. There is compression. Let's just clean up the area, the oil fill before we let's get a paper towel. Alright, so let's check the oil level. Looks like there is some oil in there. Probably all not. Yeah. So it just goes to show you guys. Just a little bit of oil, but not enough. All right. So let's get the vacuum out and vacuum. Let's start by adding a bit of oil. Just top up the oil, put a bit of fuel in there before we attempt to start. Check for spark. Alright, so we're topped up, full of oil. Close it. Let's put this away. Alright, so now I don't have another boot, however, let's check for spark. Looking a little dark, but let's check for spark. All right, So let's put that there. Hopefully you can see it. Let's get you zoomed in a bit. All right, so you can tell me how much spark we have. Locked up. Okay. Well, that's not good. So much for checking for compression. Well, that's not good. Let's show you here, that's not good. A lot of grass there. get some of this grass build up in the garden. Blade is looking kind of, let's take this blade off. Let's get this blade taken off. The question is, what size would that be? Oh. Pretty seized on there, pretty good. Looks like there's a couple of other bolts. It's on pretty tight. So that means we're going to have to break out the electric impact. Where is the extension cord?